Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the MASE and SHADY Show. How are y'all doing tonight? We have been on hiatus for a minute, but we is back.
We is back. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey.
It's good to see y'all. Hey, Kimmy.
Hey,
Thank you
Kimmy.
for being here.
Hey, Janet. Hey, Shar.
Yes, make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Show your support. That's the best way to support the channel. Hey, Shar. I'm glad you could catch the impromptu live.
Yes, we have been on a hiatus, but we are back like we never left.
Exactly, because it wasn't nothing going on when we was out anyway.
Well, it was a couple of things, not too much, but the streets was kind of busy. The streets was kind of busy. There was a lot of stuff going, a lot of music dropping.
The streets was busy, and we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, before we get into the mess, let's get the
since we're a Nicki Minaj fan, didn't she announce
because she been announced. I'm not so I like her music and I respect her because a lot of females don't really rap anymore. Yeah, I said no, but I'm a fan of her craft. I'm a fan of her like her determination. I'm a fan of her rapping skills. Like she's a female that really raps. But like I'm not like a big like, oh, Nicki Minaj, everything that she, and when I gotta see what Nicki's doing, I gotta see. I'm a barb now. I'm a barb because I'm a Barbie, because when I had my dolls like in 1980, I like Barbies. So I was a Barbie before she was a Barbie, and I'm older than her anyway. But I like her that she's a real rapper and that she really writes her rap and she goes in and she goes up against the guys and she really competes. That's what I like about her. But when this in a special, condolences. I think she's still rapping because she's still doing a lot of stuff that people are not, because she's been busy. Like she's been busy. She's been on like Kim Petras. She did the Ice Spice. She dropped her own music. I think that's a big thing, like because people always jumping on everybody else's song and they don't have their own song. So being that she's hopping on these remixes, adding her little flavor to things, and that she has her own music out, I think she's the queen, and she's the queen of rap right now, in my opinion.
Of today's rap.
Yeah, I'm saying of today's rap. Who's really messing with her? And plus, like even when she's competing with Kim is not really a rapper.
Megan.
I think Megan probably could give her run for money, even though I don't particularly care for Megan Thee Stallion like that.
We're gonna talk about Megan when it comes to Tory in a minute, but I don't know. I feel like Megan gets a bad rap. It wasn't her fault.
Actually, it was. Like, look, technically, it was. Like, people don't want to admit that because a black woman. Por favor, but like she's a black woman slut. Like come on now. Like it's not. I'm not saying because she didn't deserve to get pow in her foot. She did not deserve that. No woman does. I don't care what type of situation she's in. Nobody should pull out anything and pow you in the foot. But come on now, take some responsibility for what led up to these actions. And a lot of things that led up to these actions was on your behalf, little liar. And then when she sits there and lies, and you've been consistently lying, what is there to believe? Like what is there to believe? Do I think that 10 years was a harsh punishment?
She was scared. Yeah, it was. She didn't know what else to do.
And then it was like no, I understand that she's being scared, but the whole thing was convoluted. I don't think that he's innocent, and I think that he did something because obviously he's a little man with anger issues, and I'm not no Tory Lanez fan at all. I really don't particularly care for him. And I think one of those years needs to go to August Alsina, the way he jumped up and decked him in the nose. So at least one of those years needs to be for August Alsina. But I do believe that everybody else needs to take accountability and that they were all intoxicated. And when you're intoxicated, a lot of things happen that you don't even know what went on. You can't pinpoint and say, I know for sure if this happened like this. There was a lot of drinks going on, and I think the stories was real convoluted on every end. I think I think they should have just threw the shit out and started over.
But starting off, weren't you gonna do like church announcements? You know, we had to do some.
Oh yeah, we would like to send our condolences out from the MASE and SHADY show to young Jock. His mother recently passed away, and I know that was really hard for him because I believe it was last season on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She had informed him that she was diagnosed with cancer. And he really broke down right then. That really made like, oh my God, it really just sunk my heart. So, you know, our condolences to him and his wife and his family. That's really sad.
It's very hard to hear. You know, cancer is becoming way more and more common. I'm seeing a lot more people getting diagnosed with cancer, and it's a hard thing to go through. It's a very hard thing to go through, especially working in a treatment center. It's something. It's, you know, it can be difficult. It is difficult. It is difficult. So I can we all send our condolences over to him and his family. How old was she? Do you know?
I'm not sure. She looked you know, black don't crack. So she looks like she could have been in her maybe 50s, late 50s, maybe
That's
early
young, though. That's young.
I'm not sure because, you know, black people, we look young. So she could have been 80 and just looks 50. But I'm not too sure how old she was, but it is sad with these cancers just taking people out. And the food that we eat, we were just discussing earlier about the difference of ingredients from American food to our other counterparts, like in the UK. The ingredients is totally different. Like I was looking at a box of Fruit Loops, and the Fruit Loops from UK had 5 ingredients. And the Fruit Loops from America had about 20, 25 ingredients. I'm like, what is all this?
We need to pay more attention to the foods that we eat. I even started drinking a more organic type of coffee, and it really has improved like my gut health. Because you know how regular coffee makes you go and it makes your stomach bubble sometimes. But this organic coffee,
I'm telling you, I can't even drink the regular coffee, and I love the taste of it. I love coffee ice cream. I love the taste of coffee because I will be on the toilet just brewing.
It'll send you to the upper room.
I'm just rocking back and forth.
The stuff that they put in that food that you got to be, you know, watchful for, and some of it you can't even avoid. It's in our vegetables, it's in the fruit, it's in the meat of the.
And then it's the pesticides too as well that they're spraying on our fruits and vegetables. Like a lot of times we think we're eating healthy, and then we got to look at certain numbers of the food. If they start with a 4, this is it came from here. It was sprayed with this. It was sprayed with that. Like, in the chemicals that they use to clean these products is crazy. We just got to pray every time we eat.
Yeah, just make sure you give it up to God. So let's start off with something light. Let's talk about some people that came out this past week and want to show their, you know, pride and their
Who are we talking about? I know we ain't talking about that dyke.
Who?
Not that old dyke.
I don't know who you talking about. Who you talking about?
Old dyke. Oh no, not
I'm talking about
not that dyke.
Miss Wayne.
Not those dykes.
And Miss L. Wayne Brady came out a little while ago and said he was pansexual.
Did he need to come out?
I'm trying to figure out why can't people say that they're bi? What's pansexual?
Pansexual because it's a cooler way to say that I am just attracted to energy. I'm attracted to certain beings. I could be attracted to this cup, like this. I could be dating this juice right now, and you wouldn't even know it because I'm pansexual. That's just how I get down. I'm dating my phone. I'm dating my husband's brother, his mother. I'm just pansexual. Like, I'm just into all things. But I think as far as Wayne Brady, I don't know. I always thought that he was at least bi. Because the dancing and the show tunes, I don't know, like, because it was like he was just so like, he just reminds me of myself. Like I go around the house.
Wayne Brady to me was never really feminine, but you can always kind of tell. So I mean, when he came out as pansexual, I was like, okay. But shout out to Wayne Brady. He has children. He has an ex-wife, and he said that he was trying to explain what pansexual is, but just say that you want a little dick every now and then. Just say that.
You know, I think these guys, the main is Wayne Brady and like Malik Yobers, and I think they're attracted to like the trans girls, and maybe they want, you know, titties at the top and a piece of candy at the bottom, or something, you know.
I don't think that Wayne Brady was he into trans, or does he just want?
We don't know, because sometimes pansexual is a lot of excuses for when something's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could have made somebody mad.
Yeah.
You could have made someone angry and they threatened you, and you be like, well, just come out as pansexual, because when you say pan, it's not actually gay. So the black people,
it is. I mean, I need people to just be like, well, I'm just attracted to the person. You know, I mean, I know that's pansexual, but you're bad.
I just can't wait for when it's a time when people don't care and mind your damn business. I do not care what you're doing in your bedroom when I cannot see you, when we are not interacting. Even if I had a disdain for that, which I don't, but why am I so? That's why I don't understand. Like, why are people so concerned about people's sexuality when it doesn't even really affect them?
But I don't
because it's not happening in front of them.
But I think he just announced it. And then with will.i.am, he did an interview saying that where
did y'all get this picture of him at from this will.i.am?
You know, I'd be trying to search for the best.
You gonna really get the picture with him sprinkling a little dust?
A little dust, a little sass. He says that he's feminine, but he's straight. But he loves being a feminine man. He wasn't
I heard a
raised
little bit of that interview, and I think I understand what he's trying to say. He said also that I think he wasn't raised by his father. A male wasn't in his life. Like, he was raised by his mother, so he has like a lot of feminine ways. Like, he's like a feminine male. He doesn't know how to do certain masculine things. Like, he's just not a masculine male. And it's a lot of guys like that. That's just not.
It is, but I never really considered him feminine. I never really watched him outside of the music, but I never really looked at him and said, oh, he's just really femme, you know. But to each his own.
Yeah, he probably took it. Maybe he's exaggerating his
femininity.
I think every person, male or female, have a masculine energy and a feminine energy.
That's true.
And I think one is just more dominant than the other. And I think maybe being that he wasn't exposed to like a masculine things, like he may consider like, oh, I don't do stuff like that. Cause like a lot of times, like I'm the handy woman in my house. Like, if my shoulder wasn't messed up, like my husband I'm putting the stuff together. I'm putting cabinets together. I got the tool belt. I'm painting. I'm doing this. Like, hold this. He be like,
but who said that's masculine? When did that become a macho thing to be able to put stuff together?
That's it, because you know how we've been raised. Like, even with playing with dolls. Like, even when you're growing up, like, I like Transformers. I like G.I. Joes. I also like Barbie dolls. But I like to play with a variety of stuff. I have my Bumblebee transform. I love Bumblebee. A Bumblebee transformer and all that. And so a lot of times, you know, cousins would say that's a boy thing. That's not a girl toy. That's a boy toy. What are you doing with that? And vice versa. You know, it could be boys that like to play with dolls, and they could be straight, and they may just like to play. Their kids like to play with dolls. Oh, don't play with that. That's a girl's toy. So you've been taught like men do the men work. Like, you do the fixing and stuff like that, and take out the garbage. And this is stuff that's been instilled in us since our childhood. So when we get older and we see a man, like, we typically think like a man is supposed to fix the banister. A man is supposed to fix the sink. I shouldn't be underneath the sink, like doing certain things. And sometimes men wasn't raised with that macho man in the house doing that, and they don't know how to do it. Hey, Cleo.
Hey, Cleo. We missed you guys too.
Yes.
We're back. So,
and I'm still trying to get Cleo a gift. Cleo needs to send me her address so I can send her a gift.
Cleo, send her address, your address. Because she about to send it to me, and I'm gonna have to give it to you. We could just directly
like you see Cleo, so you can give it to her.
Let's go on the next thing. Y'all had all this energy for Carly Russell, but had no energy for Lil Tay. And Lil Tay, not only did she fake her disappearance, she faked her own death.
Her and her brother. It was
so
a
for y'all
death.
who don't know who Lil Tay is, I wouldn't blame you because she's irrelevant. She is a social media influencer who used to go online bragging about how much money she have and what cars she driving, and she's like 10. And she was flashing money on camera and all her videos and bragging about how much money she got. Come to find out, it wasn't her money. It wasn't her family's money. It was their clients' money that she was flashing in their cars that she was flashing around. So after she was exposed, she was kind of shunned off of social media. Like people was like trolling her a lot. She was hanging out with Woe Vicky and some other E-list people trying to be seen. She's been accused of culture appropriation, trying to act black in order to get views, which worked for her up until a certain point. Lately, the past week, TMZ announced that Lil Tay passed and her brother passed. And when I saw this, I said, I hope this ain't for attention. I really hope it's not, because I didn't even want to report on it, because I just felt like something was going on. A day later, it comes out that Lil Tay is not dead, and that I don't know how TMZ got the story, because usually they get it right, but I do believe that they probably insinuated that she was dead just so it can get like some promotion for some type of upcoming project she's doing.
I think TMZ usually they do get it right. I think maybe they believed it. I think maybe they put it out there because it was probably put out like these people died. I think as far as like you said, we gave all the heat to Carly and didn't give none to Tay.
And none for Lil Tay.
I think it was because we were really upset that the rumor wasn't true. Next case, I think that's why we were upset. We were just upset that she really wasn't deceased. So we thought it was true. We were mad that it wasn't, and so we just didn't say anything. So I think that's why no one said anything.
Do you think colorism or race had a lot to do with it? Because even the media didn't even react the same way.
I think we don't care. I think we were more upset that it wasn't true. You know, like if she was really gone, we would have a reason to be like, oh, that Tay girl. Now we're like, Bill, you're still here? Like, oh my God. Like, why are you
but
like,
she got the free promotion that she wanted. She wanted, I guess she wanted to see if people still cared about her or was interested in her or would she receive attention. And she got that, you know.
Because
y'all was rest in peace, Lil Tay. And we don't know what happened. I couldn't get any details on how she died or nothing.
I didn't even care
because it's strange for like a 10-year-old that just collapsed. So what happened?
Yeah, but for her and her brother, she said her and her brother both. They said her and her brother both had passed away, unfortunately. And I thought maybe it was a car accident because for both of them to be taken out, but I just didn't care. Like I was just like, oh my God, she's still alive.
A lot of it has to do with the brother and their fame hunger. Like the brother and the mother have been involved in kind of using her to become famous and rich off of her, acting crazy on social media and culture appropriating.
Because it just gets on my nerves. Like when they they act like that and they call it acting black. Like
I'm just saying acting black so y'all can get a gist.
No, I said, but what she was trying to do. Like I don't like her for doing that. Like, you know, like Bad Baby, Whoa, Vicky, those characters like that, I don't like. Like it's just a pet peeve, like for me, like because it's not your natural state. If this was your natural state and this is just the way you are, it's different. But it's just for some reason it gives me fake because you do have some type of persuasion. People that was raised, you know, in different areas around
in the hood, and that's what you are. But let's talk about Whoa Vicky. Let's talk about Whoa Vicky because isn't she suing Krishan for
why?
Physical application? You didn't hear about that?
I did hear about it, but I need to know for why because even Lemuel Plummer, the owner of Zeus, the proprietor of Zeus, came out and made a statement and said Krishan did not touch her. He said Krishan did not touch Whoa Vicky. He was there, and he came out as a witness, and he said that he doesn't know what she's talking about. Krishan did not touch her, and Krishan also said that she didn't touch her.
Why is Vicky on baddies anyway?
Why is Sky on baddies?
So she's a baddie. No. Sky is on there from Black Ink?
I do believe so. Yeah. I believe so. Somebody dropped down.
I can see Sky doing it. I can see Sky being on baddies. Honestly, I can see that. I can actually see that, and I would probably want to see that.
Like,
although Sky,
I don't know, like Sky and Tommy.
Sky is problematic, but I do like Sky. She has an quality.
I like.
Are you saying Scotty or Sky?
Sky from Black Ink. I like Sky, but it turned me off the scene with her children when they brought her children in, and what was going on as far as her children.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that turned me off. Like
that part is problematic. But Sky has an endearing quality about her that the people like. She does. And when Black Ink got rid of the endearing people like Donna, like Sky, like Kit, that the people do like and do want to see. Because I didn't like how they did Kit on Black Ink. I like Kit. I like it too. But
I told you about that Instagram post that she had posted, and I had watched. It was just so funny. It was just so random because I like Kit. Kit was on a boat or boat with her friends, and they were just chilling or whatever. Mm-hmm. But she's doing her little Instagram video. But somebody was in the back talking about pills and all the pills they were taking in the background. I'm like, do you know we can hear you, right?
I think she might partake into something. I mean, she hang around Caesar.
I could say she did. She was not the one saying, but she was like doing her video. But some her friends was partying in the background, and they were in the background talking about all the the mollies and perks, that. And I was like, girl, turn your camera off. It's incriminating. Turn it off.
Well, I like it. I just don't like the way they did her. I think the part of the issue with Black Ink, it was kind of like a gang. And they was kind of ganging up on her for sleeping with somebody who she was single, so she could sleep with whoever she want to sleep with. So y'all ganging up on her because she's sleeping with somebody is stupid to me.
They were going to gang up on her because they were pretty, and I knew inadvertently her and Sky wasn't going to get along. I knew that Sky wasn't getting, and Sky is just one of those.
I don't like pretty women. Period. She's
pretty girls, but she's one of those girls. Like I encounter them all the time in the ghetto. Oh my God, in the hood, they are here. And it'd be the same girl, and you look at them, and they're pretty attractive girls, but they so ghetto, have such a ghetto mentality. She's one of those girls, like when I go out to go to the supermarket, they ask you, where you going? Like you go, like you going out somewhere, where you going? You all dressed up. Like to the store. This is not even dressed up. Like this is going to the store, but just because y'all sit outside in funky sweatpants on crates all day, don't mean I like to. You know what I'm saying? No.
Bonnets and rollers in your head.
Yeah, that's not me, child. Not I set the cap.
But I would love to see Sky on Baddies. They was talking about getting Camila from Bad Girls Club on there.
Yes, I want Camila. I like Camila.
I like Camila too. I do like Camila. I want her mother to come.
Camila.
And have beef for real. I don't know if Natalie's gonna bring her because her and Natalie have actual beef for real, and
Natalie will bring her. Natalie is a businesswoman first. That chin. One thing I can say about that chin. That chin is straight up business. That chin.
But Camila know how to fight too. So,
but Natalie is all business, and Natalie will take her ass whipping and keep on ticking as long as her check account keep on clicking. Let me tell you something. Natalie will take. She's gonna fight. Whether she win, lose, or draw, she's going to fight and she's going to make entertain. If it's something that the people want and that's entertaining, and even if it puts her life at jeopardy,
Mariah Lynn.
Yes, Yvette. Mariah Lynn's on the Mariah gets
Mariah Lynn. What happened to that rap career that you were supposedly trying to do on Love and Hip Hop? What happened to that?
Show money. Just show money. Because once upon a time, long ago, I was a hoe. And I was letting it and take the next because I did the shit. But where's Richie Dollars? I wonder if she's still with Richie.
Can't be. And that whole she in love with Richie Dollars is weird to me. Like I don't know what Rich got going on to have these girls acting crazy like that, but
he is not attractive.
He's not, and the equipment. I'm just leave it at that. It's
his attitude.
I don't see the appeal.
Yeah, but, it's not even that. He's not even like Rocky. At least Rocky's going to tell you. He's going to. What's going
on with y'all? But let's go on to the next topic since we're talking about broke people not paying. We talked about Peter for closing, but now we got to talk about Lenethia, who's not paying her bills and blaming her dead husband, Greg, for Swag Boutique's bills. She want to put Greg's name in it. Greg is gone. As the wife, any business that your husband had, you need to be taking care of all his business after he passed. Don't be blaming Greg. So Nene is under fire.
Yeah, because this is just so funny to me because I could just see her right now. So they better go dig up Greg because they better go dig up Greg.
Greg to get the check from Greg.
My name is Bennett and I wasn't in it.
Nene's former landlord for a Swag Boutique is suing her for unpaid rent. Nene claims Greg, her dead husband, is the one who signed the lease. He signed the lease for you and your business, ma'am. Why would you not pay the rent? And then I'm hearing that Nene Lease, when she was getting ready to close Swag Boutique, didn't even let the employees know, and they just showed up to work and everything was gone. That's tacky, Lenethia. Just like this wig that you got on. Hey, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine. Every time I see this wig, I just think of that Christmas.
I'm wondering why I don't like Nene. Because she's a narcissist. She's a narcissist.
Nene is something else.
She's
if
great.
Nene really told them people, if Nene told them people to go dig up Greg because Greg's name was on the lease.
No, Nene was in the comments saying Greg signed the lease. He ain't here. So because Greg signed the lease, you don't owe money. You was the one using the boutique, man.
And this attitude is the reason why she's not going to work in this town ever again.
You got too much to say about Candy, who has a boutique and has had it for years. Instead of all these women in Atlanta be jealous, y'all don't want to learn from the people that y'all need to learn from. Y'all making these mistakes when y'all could have just asked for some advice. At least Candy know what she doing as far as her business. Y'all keep opening business after business, Swag Boutique, the Lenethia Lounge, all of them closed down. And you're left with this wig. Your son is out here doing drugs and going to jail. Okay.
And that's sad that he's in that he's going to be in that jail because it's more drugs in the jail than it is on the streets.
It is, honestly, and ain't no telling what he got to do to get those drugs while he in there.
But I watched 60 Days In, and the drugs that was coming in and out, what's that, Fulton County? They was getting, and that stiff lady who's supposed to be the new
with the MASE. That's how they put stuff in there.
This lady was sitting there. She is so stiff on that show. If y'all like shows like that, please go check out 60 Days In on A&E because that stiff lady, she's in there with her little lieutenant's hat, like I'm the first black woman sheriff, and she's so stiff. And they send these people into prison to get information so that they can come back and relay that information so they can find a better way to work the jail system and a better way to maneuver. And the people comes back telling them that it's drugs in the jail. People are not getting clean panties. Like the women's is disgusting. They don't have
bed bugs.
They don't have proper sanitary napkins for the women and all this stuff. And people are, sitting there dealing with mental problems and not getting their medication, and the people are telling.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it's jail. so well as jail. Why am I in here? Like, why am I in here for 60 days getting info to tell you so you can improve your messed up jail system, and you're not going to even do anything? The show is pointless. So, but I think it's just good TV because you start to see people start fronting, like they become like real gangster when they get in jail. Like, it's one man, like I think he became Muslim in jail. I don't know.
A lot of them do.
But this was the 60 days in guy. I don't know because he was going in there as the decoy for 60 days. I'm not sure if he's Muslim before, but I know he's Muslim once he got in there. Now he's praying with the inmates and he found a buddy, but his buddy is like.
When you go to jail, you have to find a group to get with so you can have protection.
But this buddy, he found the buddy, but this buddy seems a little crazy. Like he be snapping in and out. Like 1 minute he cool, like, yo, what up? And the next minute he's like, what you looking at? And I'm like, he better watch his back. Because now he's getting real crazy. He's in too deep, like Omar Epps. Like he was like really into his undercover. So now he's in there telling the guys to go do drugs, and he's telling like, oh, if they fighting this guy, I'm fighting him because he really is feeling his character. He's in too deep, and I think they need to get him out.
But do you think Lanithia? She's only being sued for like $20-something thousand as of right now. They're gonna add in the lawyer fees and everything else. But wasn't she a rich bitch? Why can't you pay the $20,000 and be done? I'd rather pay the rent and not have my name tarnished in the media.
Or in the business world, because when you renting, it's a small world. No circles of commercial real estate is very small. Mm-hmm. That they're going to run like Lanithia, and she's Lanithia Leaks. Like you're Lanithia Nene Leaks. You got to pay your bills. Like no wonder her and Peter gets along so well.
But you blaming Greg is tacky to me. Like
I
you
even blaming Greg.
Like Greg.
People to go get the money from Greg. Greg sounds like
dig up Greg and get the money. Like that's tacky. Come on.
Greg, Greg was an old man. You know how old people are. Old people pay their bills. Old people pay their bills. Like they will make sure them bills is paid.
That's one thing you're not gonna hear about me is that I don't pay my bills because my lights need to be on. My stuff need to be taken care of, and I don't want nobody's talking mess about I don't pay. So.
Yeah, and older people, and so Greg is probably in his grave flipping and turning around like like because they like to
doing that when Greg was up and walking. She been dogging Greg out. That ain't nothing new.
No, so, this ain't far.
Let's get into like this.
On the lease. It's crazy.
Let's get into the actress from Orange is the New Black, Taryn Manning. Going on live about she was eating booty hole, married man booty hole, and she was saying a bunch of negative things about the wife and how she can't stand the wife, and she was eating her husband booty hole and everything.
This is a beautiful example of when art imitates life or life imitates art, because when
she ate booty hole on the show.
No, she played that character that looked like she ate booty hole. Like the character looked like she was in a couple of acids with her tongue. Like she was just, wrapped in there. She was up in there. And plus she didn't have no teeth. When her teeth got knocked out, it was easier, to get to the crack. It was no teeth. So the way she was eating this nigga ass, she was eating niggas' ass.
She was eating niggas' ass, and she was proud
and buying boats. She was buying boats, phones.
She was proud. She was in the car talking about, yeah, I ate his ass, and I was
about to buy this nigga boat. I drove up here to buy this nigga boat, and he fingered me all the way there. Like he fingered me. He finger banged me.
Finger bang, like come on, that's high school. To me, that's high school. Finger banging.
She said, well, he high school and I'm adult because I eat ass. I'm good and grown.
He was begging in that car, talking about, yeah, I ate his booty hole last night and I can't stand the wife.
And she talking about she gonna keep eating it. She's like, she gonna keep eating it.
Until she, I guess, received a whole bunch of backlash, and then she issued an apology.
Until she received a whole bunch of bacteria. Well, it looked like she already got the bacteria on her tongue. It truly looks like her tongue is full
she
of
looked like she already got the bacteria, but
I don't think she's full of meth. And I don't even know how she was driving. My point was, is she cool to drive? Because she looked like she was
like she was on something. Anybody who gets on live and admit that they eat married booty hole,
and that she gonna keep eating it. She was like, every time. This wasn't, I ate your husband's ass, and then I'm apologizing.
You're taking that silky thing too far. Y'all
doing apologize for eating your husband's ass every chance I got. Like, her husband, but his wife probably
was all bent over the whole time. He didn't want your.
But he probably came to his wife.
You
know how when men discover new things, or even women, like just.
So let's talk about 4. Since we're talking about sexuality, let's talk about 4.
But he went to his wife with his booty backed up. He was backing up to her, but she like, hey, where did you went to? Like,
you talking about this lady right here?
I said, when the husband come home, because you know how sometimes people go and cheat and they come back with new tricks. I said, he probably came back like backing his ass up in her face. And she probably like, you know.
But I guess a lot of women aren't eating ass now. Then maybe
I think eating ass was a thing. I think people been eating ass, but I think that they made it more socially acceptable to eat ass. Like I don't know how.
But you had to broadcast or go on live and tell
you didn't have to broadcast before. Like people are into piss play and stuff like that, and people are
into all types of shit. But you don't have to broadcast everything. That's my thing.
Yeah, because speaking of all types of shit. Now that's 4. That's 4.
Speaking of 4 from Black Ink, 4. Since Black Ink Chicago has ended, he's turned into a
stone cold freak.
He was already a freak. Remember when that video of him showing his booty hole was leaked, and Nikki was with him? Nikki went off. You remember when that video was out? It was. And they were trying to say that he was bisexual or something. It was on Black Ink. So 4 has become sexually liberated, and he does a lot of what do you call it? BDSM? What would you call it?
Yeah.
BDSM type of stuff, like the dog collar and putting people in cages and walking around naked and stuff and letting people whoop you. And he did an interview about pegging, and I was gonna look and see what pegging is.
Pegging is when someone puts something in your ass, like when they put like a dildo or a little thing in your ass. It's just like ass play.
Okay. Well, force into that, you guys. So
pegging is eating ass without the tongue.
So you eat it?
No, you can. But pegging is like, you get the little dildos, or it depends on the size of the asshole. Who knows? And I'm not judging. But whatever it is, and they peg the butthole, like the woman would penetrate the men from the back, and people act like that. Dildo. Yeah, with a dildo, a little thing. But it's not a weird thing because people don't understand, like a men's their spot that makes them ejaculate is in their ass. And then a lot of men, they're like, oh, it's gay, it's gay. No, don't touch my butt, it's gay. But that's where their pleasure and their erotic zone is. You could literally milk their prostate if you put like 2 fingers, but you have to use gloves and lube up and take your 2 fingers and insert in the booty hole. And you clearly press it down, make a C-like motion into the rectum like this, and you're milking they will immediately ejaculate. It's milking the prostate, and they'll just come like, but it's like a lot of men think they be like, oh, it's gay, but they'll be into it. Is Shady frozen?
I was.
It was like they have, just milking the prostate. Remember these two things? It's called bunny ears.
I was trying to put it. Bunny ears.
Yeah. You go in and then a nice like this, right there on the prostate, and they will immediately ejaculate. Hey Nola. Hey Ray.
That's what Ford was doing on his page.
I don't know what he was doing, but I'm just saying as far as like the pegging and stuff like that. And I'm saying like a lot of men, black men especially, like, oh, it's gay, like the ass play things or whatever. But men's erotic zone is in their asshole.
Well, Ford did say that he had a experience with a transgender woman.
Yeah, but he said that he didn't touch her. He said that the transgender woman, like the girl, brought the girl of a trans woman over. He said he didn't know the woman was trans at first because she brought her over, and then when he found out, he was already into it and he just let it go. But he said the trans woman was having intercourse with the lady, and the lady was giving him oral fixation while she was getting pleasured by the trans woman from behind.
Interesting.
Huh?
Interesting.
This is the trans woman.
That's very interesting. But we just go back to move. I thought we had reported it before, and it was. I know I wasn't reading it wrong. I thought that Tyler Perry had already bought BET. Not that he was bidding on BET. I thought that he had already bought it.
Right. I guess, probably they counted them chickens before they was hatched. That was it.
So now, because I know the reports and the articles that was coming out was saying that Tyler Perry bought BET. Now it's coming out that he was not buying it, he was bidding for it, and that Paramount decided that they no longer want to sell BET anymore.
Yeah, I think the issue was that they wanted $3 billion and he was willing to pay $2 billion. And they didn't want to go lower on the price. They just wanted to stick at $3 billion, and he declined. So he didn't.
Well, after the last BET Awards, why would you want to pay $3 billion for that shit? I mean, that mess.
Yeah, and as far as like with BET is actually, I think, Viacom now as well, and that they have VH1, and VH1 has removed all their top shows to MTV because Love and Hip Hop and Glam.
Are they trying to go back to music only?
I don't know what they're doing, but it's a mess. And TV is just going downhill. Like I've been literally on YouTube for 3 days straight. Like I didn't even click back to my cable. I've been like on YouTube 3 days straight. I'm like, that's a damn shame.
People aren't watching cable as much as they used to. So, but I thought at least Tyler Perry had
watching Paternity Court on YouTube calling all these women whores. Ooh, it's a whole bunch of like I was sitting there, I was like binge watch Paternity Court because it kept coming popping up on the YouTube. But on the YouTube, in the words of Jaguar Wright. Speaking of Jaguar, I have a Jaguar update.
What's going on with Jaguar?
Ever since Jag has gotten out of jail and she's it's been a lot. Like she literally was in jail. She had a lesbian lover in jail, right? She's a strong woman. She ends up getting bailed out of jail, I think, by the Sean Davy Wade and King Payne. They got together and got some money up or whatever like that to get her out of jail. And the thing was, I think they needed, don't quote me on this. I think they needed someone to put their name down as far as for the bail bondsman. And I think someone reached out and volunteered and like, I'll put the bail down. And this person that volunteered was a lesbian woman. I think she has a wife, and the wife and her may have watched the shows together and was fans of Jag together. Mm-hmm. And she ended up going to where Jag was at to bail her out and get her to the house. But she ended up never going back home to her wife. So now she's with Jag. So Jag basically done stole somebody's wife.
So she went to jail and became full lesbian.
And she been a lesbian. Jaguar always said that she likes men and women and she prefers women. She did say she had a great love of her life. That was a woman, and the woman ends up passing away. And that she prefers women than men, but she always said that. But this woman that she was, I guess, married to another lady, she's currently with Jag now, and they're like living together. And
in a home or in a motel?
Well, in a motel or wherever they're on the land. I don't know if they're on the land, on the scan. I don't know what's going on, but I know they're filming from some particular place. And the woman was, upset. How her wife didn't come back home. She said she has children. They have responsibilities together. They have a family together. And that for her to just leave her, for Jaguar. And Sean Davy Wade, I guess, ends up helping the woman get a YouTube channel and helping her become monetized and stuff like that within days. Like that Sean Davy Wade was on it and got her monetized and got her, out there getting money. And Jaguar and her current girlfriend, which is the woman's wife, estranged wife, TJ, I think she calls her Tej. And and they're, they have their YouTube channel, and they were recently, a lot of celebrities have been victim of swatting. The most recent celebrity to be a victim was Jaguar Wright. So someone, while she was on live, I'm like, this woman done got arrested at the pool on live, and now she was on live and the police show up. So now she has, I think the Soto Police Department has a restraining order against her ever since she went down to the mayor's office and wowed out, and then shows up at the precinct, for Officer Ramirez, who was allegedly working for the cartel, and they wowed out there. And they have that restraining order, so the police was called and said they needed to do a welfare check on the owner of the home, and they need to come in. So she was screaming like through the phone, like, I'm not supposed to be speaking to you. It's a restraining order against you. Do you know what this is? This is Jaguar Wright.
Need to sit down somewhere. She could rebrand herself and come out in a less chaotic way.
But she can be I'm telling you, she reminds me of a crazy Iyanla Vanzant. She's like an eccentric Iyanla Vanzant, the way she talks, and she's so charismatic.
No, she's what a lot of people that talk with conviction, they talk like they know what they're talking about, but they live their life. You're back to motel to motel.
Like, I know it's lies. Like when she come out, I know it's lies, but I still listen. Like
because she has that conviction in her voice to make you think she's telling the truth.
Because when she came out,
motel to motel, we got to talk about.
She finally came out the house though, and the cops was outside because she said the cops was in a bush with a gun, and that she could see them from the window. So eventually, they got her to come outside, and she told those cops that she was not supposed to be around the Soto Police Department, and that they were triggering her, and that she's bipolar, and that she was like,
"You're triggering me about you being bipolar."
But it was. I'm going to get a T-shirt that says, "You're triggering me. You're triggering me."
Don't nobody care about you being triggered, and don't nobody care about you being bipolar.
It's a lot going on, but I think maybe she's back in a hotel because I just recently watched a video of her earlier, and she was singing for a little happy birthday to a little white girl, and she was at the Hilton Inn.
On that stuff.
Yeah, they knocked on her door at the Hilton Inn because she was burning sage, and she said, being that she's a voodoo priestess.
She's a voodoo priestess or a voodoo priestess?
I was like, what? And then what?
Anyway.
She said that she's a voodoo priestess, and that was her religion, to burn sage, and this is a ritual that she does, and that the hotel tried to kick her out for burning the sage because they said it was smoke, and she told them it wasn't weed or cigarette smoke, it was just sage, and they said, we don't give a damn, bitch. You gotta go. Anything you burn in the kitchen.
People motels.
But Jag got a lot going on. It's a lot going on there.
Now we got to talk about her spiritual cousin, Tokyo Toni.
No.
You know how Tokyo be claiming that she take care of kids in Africa and everything.
I believe so.
The owner of the children's ministry is calling Tokyo Toni out for blocking them and continuing to post like she helps the kids, when she don't.
Tokyo missed one payment. As soon as she missed one payment.
But why did you block the orphanage? That you're supposed to.
You know how the bill collectors do. You know how you press block when the bill collectors calling it, because they calling me from right now from Credit One, and I gotta.
You don't be bragging talking about you helping the children, and you not helping the children. They're eating on the floor. They're eating slop. They ain't got no forks or spoons. They ain't got nothing. I do see
Tokyo.
They ain't got nothing. You ain't doing nothing for these kids in Africa.
Tokyo is a mother.
She's a mother. And we're gonna talk about what's her name? What's her name? Kiki Palmer messing up her relationship.
That's the dyke I was talking about. Now that's a dyke. Kiki ain't nothing but an old dyke.
But y'all need to stop letting these people fool y'all, tell y'all that they doing this, that, and the third. These children said this the first thing they had to eat all year. They just been going through it.
Tokyo said she know that they was eating up into June because when the summer came around, she got real busy and she couldn't make her payments. And that's the only reason them kids didn't eat. But you're not going to keep calling my phone, harassing me. Damn it. ASAP.
Well, you need to start bragging on social media, talking about you take care of these kids and you ain't taking care of the kids.
But get back to Kiki because Kiki ain't nothing but an old dyke.
Let's put Kiki Palmer in it. She recently was featured in Usher's new video, Boyfriend. And I personally think, although it's a nice jab against her boyfriend, her ex or whatever, this man is your baby daddy. Mm-hmm. That means he's attached to you for the rest of your life. Why would you do something that's going to further, drive the wedge in between you and your child's father? One thing is, you do not want drama with your baby daddy or your baby mama if you can avoid it. And what you shouldn't do is contribute to it by doing a video with Usher. Although it's petty.
I'm disappointed in Kiki. I'm like very
petty, and I'm with the petty. You messing up your own relationship with your child's father. Even if y'all not together, y'all still have to work together.
This is why I don't like people. Like I love people, but I don't like them. Or because like when you get to see like who people are, because like Kiki Palmer, hey Miss Bernice. Kiki Palmer like, always was, one of those girls. Like I always thought she's like corny Kiki. I call her corny Kiki.
I like Kiki. I think she's funny.
I like her too. She's always been corny in my book. Like she's corny Kiki. Like she's one of the girls that like tries to be down, but she will never be that down. No, but she's one of those girls that like try to be cool because she was saying like when she started saying the gag is, and I was like, she is so corny. Like, but now like she was corny but cute.
She can pull it together when she wants to pull it together. She can look real cute when she wants to.
No, not that. No, she's
but
beautiful.
I just don't know if this is the right.
She's so beautiful, and mean that baby done cleared up her skin, or maybe she's using the piss pamper from her baby to clear that skin up. That she's looking very good. Like she's beautiful, and that baby done set her off because her body, and it's like she just came into womanhood. She's glowing. Like after the baby, like she has this certain sex into
her womanhood. But in your womanhood, don't emphasize about her that you looking at her like, hey, Kiki. You know what I'm saying? Like don't
looking at her
the man that you was with, and y'all was in a relationship. Y'all have a child together.
In my opinion, I think Kiki ain't nothing but an old dyke. The best part that Kiki played was when she played that dyke in that movie. She was very comfortable playing that lesbian in that movie that was allegedly filmed in the Bronx. When I know it was not filmed in Bronx. They kept saying the movie was in Bronx. I ain't never seen nothing like that in the Bronx where it was filmed at. But it was cute for what it was. But I think Kiki really won coochie. I think Kiki.
You're saying that the boyfriend is fighting for full custody after the video, fighting for full custody of the children, and he's wanting support payments.
Of course. Kiki should have
put yourself through this. You see Mary J. Blige and all the rest of them go through it. Why would you want to go through it?
And this is why I feel like this is why I say I don't like people. Like, because Kiki always, I thought, she always seemed like a smart girl. And for her to finally have a baby, because a lot of times people have babies that young age. She waited a while. She has her money up. Kiki seems like she has a great head on her shoulder. She seems like she has the backing of her family. She has that support system. So this wasn't like, oh my God, Kiki's pregnant. This was, hey, Kiki's pregnant. Congratulations. So
I didn't even know she was pregnant.
Yeah, but for her to go out like this with this guy, like you knew this guy was like, I think his brother is his brother's an actor. He may be an actor as well, but I think his brother is more of a known actor. I forgot exactly what his brother plays in, but his brother does play in something that's on TV. But you should have saw this coming a mile away, Kiki. You've been in Hollywood for decades. I thought you would be smarter than that. You should have saw this coming. This man is trying to take your baby and take you for all you worth, and you out here diking it up with Usher. Girl, you better get your life. You better get it together, girl.
You really think that she's into only women? She admitted to being bisexual.
I think she's better. I think she's a stud.
She ain't no stud. If anything, she's a stem.
A lot of people be studs.
If we're gonna use the pronouns, we gotta use the pronouns.
I don't think she's a stem. I think she's more of a stud. And if she had it her way, she would be a stud. But a lot of times when you're in those like Hollywood and stuff like that, you can't be who you really are, because you saw how she's with Usher. I didn't want to be the girls in the video. I wanted to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see that video she did with Usher when she told him like she would watch his videos, like, and I never wanted to be the girl in the video, like the girl, the love.
Well, I think she meant it as she, because Kiki had.
I know how Kiki meant it. I'm telling you, Kiki.
I think she wants to be a music star. She just doesn't have the.
No. She said specifically because she's already a singer. Kiki is not. Kiki is a singer. Kiki has albums. Kiki, that wouldn't be the reason she said that. She said, I never wanted to be the girls in the video. I wanted to be you. You already, as a singer, you have already been him, because you've been in your own videos as a singer, as Keke Palmer. You want to be a nigga. That's what you wanted to be. You wanted to be, and you could tell by that she was so comfortable in that role. The role she played at that night, she was real. You could tell, just like Queen Latifah, the queen I like, because if Queen Latifah ever want to leave her wife and come, I will leave my husband. All right, Queen. All right. Now I'm saying, just like the Queen Latifah was playing Cleo and set it off. You see how comfortable she was in her Cleo? Kiki was comfortable in that role. Go watch. It's called Pimp. I think it's called P-I-M-P. Pimp. The movie's called Pimp. I watched the movie because they said it was in the Bronx. It's supposed to be in the Bronx, but I didn't see. It didn't look like the Bronx to me. It looked like LA.
They probably filmed it in Atlanta, like they filmed everything else in Atlanta, and say
it was because it was given like an Atlanta tease. Because I thought it was going to be the Bronx, because the attitude of the Bronx, but the countryness of Atlanta, like in Georgia. But I was. What? No, it had like, the scenery was different. Like you could tell the Bronx. Like, the Bronx is like, especially the role that she's playing, it would have looked more dirtier. It looked kind of clean for the scenes. And yeah, she played that role. Just if anybody watched Pimp, has anybody watched it? Drop down in the chat and let me know. Have y'all seen that movie where Kiki was diking it out? And she played the role. And I think she was really comfortable in it. And
it's on Tubi. It's on Tubi.
It could be on. It didn't go to Tubi. When it was on, I saw it on Stars, I believe. That's where I saw it at. And that was like probably 3 or 4 years ago.
It says, "Mace, you off on this. You're projecting." She's saying that Keke Palmer is not a dyke in the streets.
I think she is. That's just my opinion. I think she is. Okay. I think she is. And like I said, because a lot of females, and a lot of people in Hollywood can't be who they are, like the Brat.
The Brat is lesbian now. She came out as
but what I'm saying, as far as her coming up talking about what you like, a whole lot of, that was not her judge. But being that the Brat is pretty and she can be sexy,
she was never feminist. The only time I saw her in a dress was when she was on that show on VH1, that weight loss show. She didn't come out
and say who she was until she's damn near.
You know she was lesbian. She didn't have to say she.
But what I'm saying is to live free in herself. Like now she can live free. Like she's with the love of her life. She can be free, and
they having children. They backstage with Beyonce at the concert.
Yeah, but doesn't she seem happier?
She does.
She does seem happy, and I said a lot of people
happier. And the Brat seems like she's in her soft girl era.
You watch how Kiki move, and Kiki talking about she was just watch that movie Pimp, and then watch how she talked to Usher, and watch how she think. Kiki probably is like, because a lot of women are like that, and they want to be more in their masculinity, but Hollywood and society won't let them.
Well, maybe her mom and daddy grew up religious, and she can't say I'm a
no, but it's not even like it don't even have to be real religious. It's a lot of black folk, they don't understand, like, or whatever, because it's something like what think Because it's people that dress like boys that's not gay. And they be like, why you dress like a boy? Are you one of them things? You know, back in the day, they do this or they say you one of them things. Because our grandmother like, you know, like, oh, look at him. He's switching when he walk. He must be one of them things. You know what I'm saying? Or he like this. Or doing that. And that was embarrassing. Like, if you're getting constantly told that this is wrong and this, that, and the third, you can't be who you want to be. And especially in our Black families. She probably can't come out talking about I want to wear baggy jeans and, you know, dance like this and do that. They're like, no, be effeminate, be a woman. That's not going to sell.
Yeah, but she's old enough and she's grown in her career. Where
it don't matter. A lot of people be grown and a lot of people be grown and they still don't feel comfortable being who they look at. Raven Simone. Raven Simone didn't come out till how long? So how old she was?
Well, she was working. She was a Disney number one. She was with Disney, and she was working all up and through her childhood. So Raven Simone is a totally different story. She's coming out with stuff now, revealing how she had liposuction
in Hollywood. And Kiki is still in Hollywood. Kiki is still an actress in Hollywood.
Raven Simone is still in it, but she's not really in it like that. She can.
This is what I'm saying. So while she was in it, she couldn't be herself. You think she just turned gay? Like she didn't just turn gay.
She probably been new. Char said she
probably been gay.
And then Char also says that everybody knew about the Brat, and we all knew she was a stud. Y'all said STEM later. Y'all corrected me and said STEM.
She could be. I think she's feminine and thing, but I think she's more. But she didn't come out and say, and she couldn't be who she. You could tell, like even the comfortability level is different.
Well,
now.
I think it's a lot of your environment, your trauma, your the stuff that you had to deal with growing up. People telling you that this is, this is not what we do.
I'll tell you, all these women ain't just eating coochie. Like, Monique coming out. Oh, you could have saved that. Like you could have said, you could have saved that. I thought
Monique's comedy special was endearing, and I thought it, kind of let me understand her a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a good show. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was interesting.
Like I said, now that Monique is like what 75, now you could come out and say that you're a lesbian. You go both ways.
She didn't say she was a lesbian.
No, not lesbian. She said that she's into women.
Fantasized about women.
And it's a lot of people that's like that, especially in Hollywood, and they cannot say certain things, like Wayne Brady, for instance, saying that he's pansexual. Like they rather say like little things and, oh, I like girls too, or I'm into girls, when they're to make it palatable. So you could take it like, oh, she's into girls, but she's still like this.
I think it's about it's all personal, it's about your comfortability. But we gotta move on to the next thing.
I think my personal opinion, I think Kiki's a dyke. I think Kiki's been gay, like the cream. I think she been gay, and that she likes and I think she prefers a woman. That's just my opinion. But opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. I just look at her and I say, dyke.
Thank you for that breakdown on Keke Palmer, and I have to break it down for y'all.
The cards to tell me if she a dyke or not. The cards don't lie.
I'm gonna need you to pull them cards later for me because I got some stuff to ask. But in the meantime, in between time, I gotta talk to y'all about my personal Renaissance experience. I went last Friday. It was the first day she was here in Atlanta. She was here for 3 days, and I don't think that she's done that for any other city. Has she?
Oh my God.
But Beyonce, she, tore the city upside down. I was ripping and running all day. I took off work. I was last minute driving around thinking I was going to be late. I left and went to the MARROW station, got to the stadium. I was standing outside the stadium trying to get in at 7:00. We were standing outside for about an hour in that blaring heat, that Atlanta heat, and the outfit that I wore, it was kind of hot-ish. But once I got in and hit that air conditioning, everything was all good because that sweat was dripping down my back. People was passing out in line on the way. People was passing out. Celebrities was coming up to the side, getting their VIP treatment. Meanwhile, people passing out, needing water.
Oh, y'all are. I'll tell you, Beyonce has a dedicated group of fans.
They were dedicated, and I will say that a lot of people was dressed at the Renaissance concert. Everybody had a unique outfit. It was like we was going to like some grand event. Everybody had like the fringe. I saw a lot of metallics, and the outfits were interesting.
I wanted to go to a concert because I was dying to wear my hat.
A lot of people had cowboy hats and everything, and your body shape didn't matter. Like people was wearing stuff that didn't fit their body shape, and it was still right.
Don't care.
And you know, hey, we at the Renaissance concert. You do what you want to do. You unique, like she said, you unique, so you can what you want to do. I went in the stadium. Char says, Shady, I'm coming to Atlanta for a business trip. Maybe we can some. Yes. Let me know. We could all do like a because I think Cleo is here in Atlanta too. So we could all do something, go somewhere. So I went in the stadium. Beyonce sounded amazing, of course. She was very elegant on stage. Very elegant. Her mic was on the whole time. What color
did she have on that night? Did she wear the pink that night?
She had pink on. I took some videos. I was just trying to live in the moment. I actually caught myself dancing a little bit, and it's embarrassing. I caught myself doing some of the choreography in the audience, and I was you just get caught up in it. But I was here for it. Blue Ivy came out. When Blue Ivy came out, the crowd just roared and everybody was excited. And although she's still not, she's still a child. She's not, as fluid as her mother. Her mother is training and preparing her, for the next level. So
basically, she was still stiff. Carry on.
She was a little bit stiff, but she did a good job. Like, I would be stiff too.
Yeah, like, she's Blue Ivy, please. I would come out there and be like.
And she did her little thing, and then she walked off, and it was cute. It was cute for what it was. I enjoyed myself. For people who think that you had to pay thousands of dollars, that's not necessarily true. I didn't spend thousands of dollars. And I still had a great time. Some people was buying tickets last minute, and it was causing an uproar because one lady was upset because she spent $1,400 for her ticket, and the day of the tickets were selling for like $300, $400.
Wow!
I said, well, that's how it goes. Like that's how it goes. And didn't nobody tell you to spend $1,400? Mm-hmm. It was so good that I wanted to go again. I tried to get Monday tickets.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to go back.
Wow, this must be a great affair because I'm not standing on the heat passing out.
I pass out for some people. I passed out for some people.
I'm saying you as a dedicated.
But I wasn't passing out.
I'm not nobody like that. That's how I said.
What I think was people was drinking prior to the event.
Yeah, the last
it was hot outside. Y'all should have drunk some water. Y'all should have drunk some water before y'all came out.
It was for a wig. It wasn't even for a person.
But the only complaint I have is them little girls behind me that was screaming at the top of their lungs every time Beyonce moved, every time she winked, every time she flipped her hair. They were screaming at the top of their lungs, and it was burning my eardrum out. And it caused the girls next to me to get upset, and we was about to fight in the audience. And we didn't want to have that. But
I'm about to fight them little girls.
Like I just needed them to shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
And I can only imagine because you be oh my God, let me mention something. I can't even remotely say anything about Beyonce. Somebody is not here for none of it. And I love Beyonce, but the truth is the truth. You know she's my witch sister.
Whatever. But
that's my sister. I'm telling you, we belong to the same coven.
When I tell you she was so beautiful and elegant, she walked with so much poise, and she commanded everybody's attention in that stadium. I wanted to go back. I was trying to get Wednesday tickets, but then, you know, I was like, well, they still wasn't cheap though. They still wasn't cheap. And I was like, child, if I had, because Candy did 2 nights. She rented a booth for her and her friends on the Friday show, and I think the Saturday show. And I think she performed extra songs on the third night. But I think, well, I loved it. I wish I could go back, and you know, I'm still probably trying.
I want a video. This is what I'm saying. I'm telling the people that Shady is going to be reporting live from the ground on Beyonce's concert. I want video, because you know, being that, was you there the day that Beyonce said Atlanta?
Atlanta won, yes, and I was there.
Yes, and so see,
the mute challenge. The mute challenge is so serious, and there's always like one idiot that wants to be seen and wants the attention on them, and that idiot was in my section, but Beyonce didn't hear it. So as long as Beyonce didn't hear it, we won. But it was one idiot up there that was doing all that hooping and hollering.
Yeah, because that's probably the idiot that I heard. Because
it was one idiot. You know, y'all already know about the mute challenge, and then y'all know about the mute challenge. Y'all know y'all supposed to be quiet. Why did y'all come? Why did y'all come? Just to be a disturbance to everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
I saw one person get slapped for yelling during that segment. One person was slapped. One person was cussed out.
Wow.
Cussed out for talking while you're supposed to be on mute. And people, we taking this serious.
Nola, you see this? Somebody is down to the thing slapping people.
Atlanta won, so I don't care what no other city is saying, but Atlanta won because we, for the most part, we kept it quiet. It was like one person at the top, but Beyonce did not hear.
Deb said he was there as well. Shout out to So Debonair, because he said he was there.
Oh, you went Friday? I thought
you look so cute in your dress. So the red dress for the run. Oh my God, it was so cute.
I'm calling B and letting her know. Don't let her know. She don't know because Atlanta won. So yeah, I was there that night, and that was Friday night when she said Atlanta won. We didn't hear the idiot. We could have come down from the having. When I tell you we wasn't playing, we was not playing. And I actually got into it with my coworker. She had the audacity to be at work telling the Persuasion people that was asking about it. They said, well, how was the Beyonce concert? She gonna say, well, I'm not into house music. And then I'm walking past. I'm trying to mind my business. But when I hear something, I just gotta say so. So I turned around. I said, well, why did you come? If you didn't listen. So I said, well, did you listen to the album? No. I said, well, if you did listen to the album, you don't like house music, then why did you buy a ticket to come and show up and get dressed?
What she said?
I said, and then I kind of went off on her, and I feel bad. I need to go up to her and apologize.
You do, because
I was like, so you was a guest. I said you was a guest of a guest, and you should get a ticket to somebody else. And I said a bunch of other things that, you know.
I'm about to call my sister witch and be like, because I'm like, Shady be down here, because every time I mention something negative about you, and it's always by way of your husband 9 times out of 10. It's not even, you know, you just get guilty in terms of who you marry. You know what I'm saying? And Shady just be disappearing. That he be looking at me. I think he want to fight. Like
I do be about half ready to fight when it comes down to be, but she looks phenomenal.
Yes, that body.
I want to show y'all what I had on a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see this, but I had on like a black kind of see-through, kind of not really shirt.
Oh, you trying to throw your little sheer top?
Little beads, huh?
You throwing your little sheer top?
Yeah, it was a little sheer.
He's trying to show his nipples.
I didn't need the areolas exposed.
They're trying to show a little something.
You could kind of see a little bit, but It was a time, and I would definitely love to see it again. It was a time.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I'm so happy.
Did. And I'm glad I went.
I'm glad you did go and enjoy yourself because I know this is something that you really wanted to do, and I knew you were going to have a great time.
And I encourage anybody, go see your favorite artists. Go see them, because when I went to the concert, I was kind of on E, like mentally, and then when I left, I felt like I was on full. And then the next day, I was still on a high from the day before. Like, Beyonce really does put on an amazing show, and I will never take that away from her.
This is why Beyonce tickets are so expensive. She is bringing joy for days.
They ain't firing me for half the stuff I did. They'll be all right. I done did way worse than that.
Concert, you go home, you be high for 2 to 3 days. You know, but the concert looks amazing. She looks amazing. That body, yada yada yada.
Her body was amazing in the outfit. Her mic was on when she performed "Dangerously in Love." I was in awe. Did
she perform one of my favorite songs?
Which one?
1 + 1 = 2.
I feel like she. I'm trying to remember if she did that one. She might.
I don't know much about fighting, but
I was in awe of her beauty, her grace. The dancers were so amazing and professional. She highlighted the dancers at the end of the show and gave them a moment to shine. I thought that was really nice. It was a whole production. No other artist is putting out shows the way she does, period. Nobody's doing that right now.
Well, she's the Michael Jackson of our time. And also, while we're
Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift ain't giving what Beyonce giving.
I don't think you cannot compete when you don't compare. Like, Taylor Swift cannot even compare to Beyonce, in my opinion. So I wouldn't even, like, Miss Tina, she was trying to be politically correct by saying, both the girls. But please, I don't been like,
they said that she performed a little bit more on the Monday show, but I feel like she performed those songs on Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
But who I want to give a shout out to as well? T.S. Madison. Shout out to T.S. Madison, because Beyonce did fly over the crowd and gave a big shout out to T.S. Madison. Not only is she on her album, but who Beyonce flew through the crowd and gave you a shout out, girl? Like, oh my God.
But Beyonce was recognizing some people in the audience. I mean, she does have a lot of super fans that are super fans of hers and have been for years that she recognizes. She also has like a few celebrity people that have come in and out. Oprah, Jill Scott, T.S. Madison, many other people have come through the concert. And she'll recognize you. But when I tell you she was phenomenal, and I was here for the stiff dancing. I was marching with her. I was marching. When it was her time, I wanted
T.S. Madison. I thought that she would bring her up there on the stage, and I thought she'd be saying dark skin, black.
The only reason why I brought up Taylor Swift is because a lot of people like to compare Taylor Swift concert sale tickets to Beyonce concert tickets. And they feel like, and I do kind of feel like Taylor Swift is swagger jacking Renaissance. She has the same type of techno feel that she got the gay guys voguing and all that stuff over there on Taylor's side.
But doing it,
I thought you was a country singer, but I didn't know you was doing both.
Taylor Swift is more alternative pop, But I'm saying, like, you can't compete with Beyonce. Like, Taylor Swift is nowhere like you. That's obsolete. Like, whatever she's doing over there with her dancers, they're not breaking it down like Beyonce's dancers. She can't even break it down. To the fifth power. Beyonce breaks it down. It's a whole just another vibe. Like, Beyonce, even if she goes the techno way, we know what Beyonce is giving. Beyonce's, and Taylor Swift.
I feel like anybody who really sits and says that she can't sing has not seen her perform live. She killed it.
I think Beyonce really sang. Like,
she sang her ass off. And this is why we go off. This is why we be going up for her because she gives what she gives at a performance.
Because you like she
commands the audience. She commands a audience, and I can't say every other artist do that. They be throwing stuff on stage. Didn't nobody throw shit on Beyonce stage?
They know better. They wasn't gonna play that with Beyonce. They was not.
Y'all throwing water on Cardi B. Y'all throwing bras at Drake. Didn't nobody throw shit on Beyonce stage?
They knew better.
So let that be the tea. But I loved it.
I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself.
I'm trying to see if I can see it in a different city. Y'all let me know when she come to y'all city and give me a ticket so I can fly over there so I can see her again.
Did y'all check out Akbar V? Akbar V just dropped recently dropped a song. It's called
Akbar V.
Akbar.
You went from Beyonce to Akbar V, but okay.
You take it from the pinnacle.
Yeah.
You want to take it to the pinnacle? Down to the Akbar V is dropping songs, because I thought it was very interesting that she dropped a well, not really. She dropped a dedication. She dropped a dedication song to Nicki Minaj.
That sounds like she kissing ass and she want Nicki Minaj to feature on one of her songs, or she want to feature on her song.
It was like a dedication, and it was like a whole big, it was just so hilarious because it's like a whole big, I guess they went back and forth, because I really don't use Twitter. I don't even know how to use Twitter, because people be on Twitter saying they find it.
Ever since Elon Musk,
they find porno on there, they're finding all this stuff. And I'm like, but where? Because I be on here trying to find, like, where y'all find this at? Like, yeah, she wrote a song, but they were fighting because the Armand Wiggins said that, you know, he basically said it was corny of her to do that. Like, you don't even got your career in order, basically, before you give dedication.
It sounds like you're kissing ass.
Basically that's what he said. And she didn't like it, so you know they were going back and forth, and I just found that it was just funny how they were the going back and forths.
Do you like the pumpkin?
Right, that
do you think
the song, I think she could have did better
to her face?
No, she probably didn't. She probably the weight loss. Like, people always think after the weight loss.
She definitely had weight loss surgery. She had weight loss.
She had the weight loss surgery. After the weight loss, I think she had her stomach done and had her butt done, and may have to lift the usual things.
This is the tribute I'm thinking that you're talking about.
Yeah.
She got Nicki Minaj in the picture.
Yeah.
A letter to my idol. Girl.
Yeah.
We are not 13. We are not 13. Why are you doing a tribute to somebody who don't give a damn about you?
But, you know, she was trying to say, you know, it's a friend.
You don't know.
She does pick up the phone. I don't know. She just reminds me of my cousin that passed away. God bless her. She reminds me of.
Yeah, she's definitely Cleveland Avenue all the way. Cleveland Avenue. That's what this right here. Because you look special needs right here. I don't care. We don't have to play the music. It's giving special needs.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's giving short, bro. Okay, so let's
weird. That was weird.
Oh, let's talk about Tyrese.
Not Cryreese.
Cryreese, you want to get on social media and like the victim so basically Tyrese gave his credit card to his construction workers that was working on the house. Why would you do this? I don't know. But he gave his card to them to go purchase some materials at Home Depot. And Home Depot wouldn't accept the charges because they're using Tyrese's credit card number and his credit card. So, and they're not Tyrese. I don't care if you're not Tyrese, so they're not going to accept the credit card. So Tyrese goes with the camera and the video, and he's suing Home Depot for racial discrimination because they wouldn't accept the card from his workers. And the people in the comments,
That was kind of weird. This seems like a frivolous lawsuit that he's trying to think. But actually, what happened was Tyrese said that he was actually in the store.
It don't matter if he was in the store or not. If you're not at the register using your credit card.
His story, he said that he was in the store with the workers, that he acquired the materials or whatever like that, spoke to someone that was in the store, one of the workers or whoever, what have you, in the store, and let them know that this person would be using his credit card or what have you. And then he went back to the car. He said he went back to the car, and when the gentleman got up to the front and tried to purchase the stuff, they asked for ID, because you're obviously not Gibson. Like, you are probably like a Rodriguez or a Ramirez. And you was probably one of those, them. And they was like, Gibson, no. And they said he went back out to the car to get Tyrese. Tyrese probably was like, why do I gotta go back in? Didn't I tell them that you're using the card? And then he went in and caused that scene. Like, this is racial. I don't think it's racial profiling. I think it's CYAing. It's covering their ass, because you are not supposed to use someone else's credit card, period. And
you should understand that, though. You should understand that you're going to have to identify yourself.
That extra precaution to say, no, we're not going to ring this without the person coming in, because we need to see ID. I think he should be glad that they took those steps and those precautions, because they could have just ran your credit card, and if they ran it,
so Deb said that the card declined, and that's why all this stuff is happening. Because
it could be, that Fast and Furious. Is he on the new Fast and Furious?
He was on the last Fast. I watched the last Fast and Furious.
They have a new one coming out soon.
He was in it, but he didn't have a big role. He never has a big role in the movie. He's just in it to be a coon. He's a coon character.
Him at least in it, but I didn't see him period in it. But I did see The Rock.
He was in it for like a minute. Like, number one, the movie to me wasn't all that great, but he wasn't in it for long. He wasn't in it for long. But Tyrese, it's not racial discrimination. You just need to be there to identify yourself on the card, and if your card declined, then you should have checked with your bank before you. I check my bank account before I go into the grocery store. I check my bank account so I know what range I need to be in. That's what we all should be doing.
He didn't probably realize that child support payment went through, and he didn't realize that child support payment went through and the alimony payment went through. So he was in the red. So he didn't know that it cleared, and that's what happened allegedly. But who was racially discriminated against, in my opinion, was this little 12-year-old boy that was taking out the garbage. He was taking out the garbage, and the police accosted him. That was so, like, that can be so traumatizing, like, for a child, like, and a little black child. It's so sad that our little black boys are not little boys. Like, they're not considered like little boys, even though, because you could look at that baby face and see that that's a kid. What do you, like, that's a kid.
That happened. I think growing up black, especially in the South, it's going to happen to you at least multiple times.
It's
I remember
horrible.
one time my dad and we were in the yard talking, and the police came up trying to arrest my dad because he matched the description of somebody. I said, well, he wasn't doing it. We was in the yard the whole time. So whatever you think he did not do.
Get everybody arrested.
But
you might just go
like this is how it is, unfortunately.
It's sad. It's so sad.
What else did we need to cover before? Oh, we need to talk about Britney Spears.
Blame it on Plies. But I blame Plies about this whole divorce situation. I think ever since he been on the internet talking about her little panties and talking about she had a little pussy, that she got a little pussy with them little pussy 5-year-old panties she had on, that her husband was like, divorce. I blame
Britney
Plies.
Spears is getting a divorce. Her husband is threatening to release embarrassing information on her if she doesn't pay alimony payments.
No, he did say that she committed adultery.
But I'm hearing that there's more comments.
This is a messed up situation. I think this was a setup from the beginning. Brittany was not right. She's twirling around with her panties, looking crazy. I don't need
Brittany. It's something going on with Brittany. It's something going on with her. This ain't the same girl. This ain't the same girl. There's something going on with her.
Yes, I do believe something happened. I don't know what. Something went wrong.
It could have been the stewardship or whatever the family had over her or whatever. Her being locked in her room and.
But who knows? Because a lot of times these child stars, they have a lot of issues and stuff like that, and they be medicated. They're medicated down. Because for her to go from the Musketeers, Hit Me Baby One More Time to like this,
it's giving white stripper in the club with powder on her nose and dollar bills hanging off her little G string.
Yeah, and she's just trying to be, it's like really overtly sexualized.
I mean, I hate to be that person and be like, you have kids, but girl.
You have kids. And it's not even a hate to be that person. We need to get back to being those type of people. Because I'm tired of people talking about it's shaming.
I love to hate those people that be like, your kids are looking at you doing this. You're pretty much naked. Them drawers ain't covering nothing. The drawers ain't covering nothing either.
You need to be shamed into reality, because by us sitting there letting everything go, talking about slut shaming and this shaming and fat shaming and all these shamings, like all these shamings, people are running amok. Like people have no, like, look at her. You a mother. Where's Kiki baby father at right now? Because she's
why she giving a divorce right now.
Because like,
where's the mother? Where's the mother? I don't like it.
Those panties belong to a 2-year-old. First of all,
I don't like it for the children. The children have been through much. They've been through so many stepmamas. Shar Jackson was trying to help them out at one point. Kevin Federline. Yeah, the children have been through a lot. They've been through a lot. And look at this. Look at their mother. How can you look at your mother on Mother's Day and she doing this?
And with them little drawers on.
This is the mother, so you know.
Look at her.
Brittany has a horrible taste in men, and hopefully she'll take the time. I think she was good when she was with Columbus Short. She wasn't doing all this extra stuff.
Wait, she was with him too?
She gonna get some black peen. Watch.
And Pla's gonna be over there, so she's gonna bust it, little pussy baby. That's what's gonna happen.
I think Brittany about to get some black peen.
Or she may have already gotten some. We don't know.
And then she really gonna be cutting up.
Because she does have a different move in her state.
Allegedly, she was cheating.
Look,
so allegedly, that's the reason for the divorce. She has a different move set than what she used to.
That's what I'm saying.
We're just gonna have to press forward.
This could be new pain in her life, because the way she's breaking it down, before she was kind of stiff, like 1, 2. You know, now she's up around that
pool. Over, picking it back up. So we see the movement. But we're just going to have to see how this goes forward. Next, we have the sentence of Tory Lanez. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison for allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. What do you think about the sentence? Do you think it's too lengthy? Do you think it's fair? What do you think?
I think it's very lengthy. I think 10 years is very harsh.
I think it's lengthy.
It's like the trial was convoluted. It was a lot of stuff, and not saying that he didn't do this, but I don't think they proved that he did it. I don't think that they proved that he did it in the court, as far as like reading it through the transcripts and stuff like that. It was the case is very suspicious. Like, it's a whole bunch of suspicious things with that case. Like, a lot of suspicious things. Like, his lawyers has connections to Rock Nation. Like it's a whole bunch of like convoluted stuff that's going on with that case. It's just a weird case. But I think one of those years, like I said earlier, needs to go to August Alsina. The way he jumped up and punched him in his nose and rearranged his nostrils. August Alsina was too cute to get punched like that by that angry midget. And I think one of those years,
we don't know what happened. But I do feel like there wasn't enough concrete evidence to give him 10 years. I've seen people get away with less time, and they admitted that they killed the person. And
I do believe set up. I believe after the thing happened, after the altercation happened, they found the way to have out to kill two birds with one stone, and that he was going to jail regardless. I felt like as soon as the incident happened, he was going to jail. He was going to jail. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or but. It wasn't I didn't do or I did. You were going to jail. It was already because it was like, where's the bullets? Girl, did you even get, like, even though he pulled out the gun?
He showed the video of her, not the video, of the picture of her foot after the incident. She showed the bullet.
Back and back.
No, she showed the holes and then where she was shot at. She showed that.
Yeah. Yeah, but she probably
I do believe she was shot, but I do believe that they were fighting over the weapon, and I don't believe that he just shot her point blank.
I don't think it was with malice. That's something. I don't think it's with malice intent.
Yeah, I think they were probably fighting over the gun, and then
you got to look at stuff that leads up. It's like, and then she's not going to skate away unscathed because regardless if she's a good rapper, and which she is, I think she's an excellent lyricist. But a lot of men rappers, as far as doing collabs and stuff like that, they probably ain't fucking with you. They not fucking with you on the strength of that. And as far as people thinking that she's vindicated, because she's vindicated because she went to jail.
People not fucking with her in the industry. That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But people think that just because he got the 10 years, that everybody's supposed, like, people were getting mad at Iggy Azalea. People were getting mad at MARROW for writing a letter, for him. So he's not supposed to have any support. He's not supposed to.
That's how people do. People was doing that with Bill Cosby when Felicia Rashad was speaking out on his behalf. Felicia Rashad knows him personally, so I'm not surprised that she's gonna defend him. People need to start thinking objectively and stop going with the bandwagon.
Yeah,
these people probably know him personally and can attest to his character. So we don't know him personally.
But the thing is, everybody, and it's like crazy how a whole mob of people think, he got he got sentenced to 10 years, he got convicted, so automatically everybody's supposed to think he.
I think it's a bit excessive.
I mean, you know how many people that's in jail right now, especially Black young men that are in jail for things they did not do. So that don't even matter. That don't even matter. If somebody has the idea in their head that he didn't do this and that he's innocent, that's going to carry on until he gets out, until they free him. Period. So that's just that on that. I think that she's a lying whore. I do think that's just my opinion.
I think that everybody was drunk, and you probably
not about the situation. I think in general. I think she just gives me like liar, like your whole like liar, like your whole like you just a liar, like you just lie and then you giggle, like, and your character, like what you have been showing like throughout your character, like as far as sleeping with the same guy that your friend is sleeping with, getting on Gayle King, giggling sexually. Girl, you are too big to be lying like that. You are too doofy to be lying like that.
But she ain't got nobody, no mama, no daddy to try.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Like, it's still like
have nobody to help her.
I don't even know where my mama at, and I'm not sleeping with my friend's man no more. But I'm not.
You gonna open the doors to the church.
I'm not sleeping with my friend's man. I'm saying just certain character things that you do are very shady, and like that even that picture alone with her bent over and Torey going like this behind her, like with his whole bowl of her ass.
They were into each other for a minute, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Kylie's house
and play the game. Like, and I didn't even know, like, she's with Moneybagg Yo before first too. And people don't slut shame. No, we need to slut shame, because probably if we did slut shame, this whole incident probably wouldn't have.
Was she with Moneybagg Yo when he was with Ari? Is he still with Ari?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think no. But what I'm saying is, people do need to slut shame more. You do need to slut shame more and think about having morals and stuff, because shit like this wouldn't happen. If people knew where to place their person,
yeah,
it wouldn't happen. Like, a lot of things, we cause things on ourselves, and we put ourselves in positions for things to happen, being slutty.
So you're saying that she's a lying slut? That's what you're saying?
Allegedly.
In my opinion. But in the meantime, y'all put money on Torey's books because he has a 10-year sentence, and we're just gonna bring up a valued member of our channel.
Is Iggy Azalea, because the way she wrote that letter was given. They took a good dick off the streets. That's what that letter was given. That letter, she said that
Iggy sent a lot of Negroes to get where she is because it's not the talent.
But so we're just gonna add, I need Iggy to write a letter for me, just for me to have, just in case, because the letter was so eloquent. The way it was so worded, she said he was a garden. He is not a weed. He's a garden. I was like, what, bitch? That's deep. I was like,
he poured into her life, and she wanted to express that, and she has the right to express that.
Must have been plowed down. He must be plowed her.
He probably did plow her down.
The way that letter was written and the way I've never been called a garden. A garden, but not a garden. I've never been called a garden.
But we have some people in the background. We're going to add them in. First, we're going to give honor to Judge Nola, who is in the back. Judge Nola. So we're going to usher her in.
Ooh, child.
Hey, Nola.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Doing good. Welcome to the show.
Ooh, thank you, child.
What are your thoughts? On
first of all, since we're talking about the little leprechaun and lies, let's talk about how his hairline is a lie.
Well,
let's talk about that. And then listen, I'm sorry, Mace. You know you my sister, and I love you, girl. But I don't understand why we still harping on Meg's body count, because I mean she ain't doing nothing.
I don't care about body count. Ain't doing. I care about what she did on that night. I don't care about her body count.
At the end of the day, that nigga lied, and at the end of the day, he still needed to go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You get mad with August Alsina because he don't speak to you, so you decide you want to haul off and hit that man. That's assault. Is it not?
But Nola, do you think that he deserved 10 years for this incident?
I think he should have not been stupid and let his lawyers try the case in a court of public opinion and took the plea deal that he was offered.
That's true.
That's his fault. He got It doesn't matter about what the court. It does not matter about what the court of public opinion do when you got to go sit in front of the judge in the actual court who's gonna make the decision. They're not swayed by what you think, I think, he think, or the moon think. They're gonna go by what is presented in front of them. And listen, the little leprechaun got anger management problems. Do your time.
Yes.
Do your time and bring your behind back to Canada. Like, listen, at the end of the day, it's we finding out stuff now that's what's happening. Like, okay, after everything, when you was out on buying, why did you and the little baby, like, you wasn't even at the concert? Why was y'all trying to bum rush this girl, the stage on this girl's set?
Right.
When you was already facing charges against her. You got anger man. You listen. He got anger management, and listen, you still trying to bum rush the stage after the broad said she shot you, you shot her, whatever. Listen, you can talk about that toxic dick, but she must got some awesome puss for him to still want to be do all of that.
Because she done had a lot of practice. But like I said, she had a lot of practice.
When you was younger, didn't your people teach you practice make perfect?
No, but I think he needs to go to jail.
No, you thinking about the Will Smiths of the world.
No,
we
I'm
didn't
not
teach our children at 8 years old to
masturbate. I don't negate nothing he did because he obviously has anger issues. He has anger issues and he has a problem. He has a problem. Obviously, he did something and she did not deserve to be shot. If she was shot, she did not deserve to be hurt. She did not deserve to be shot. She did not deserve any of that. But what I'm saying is that we need to all take responsibility for the actions that led up. Because if I see a burning building, that's like if my cousin's downstairs fighting and I go jump up into the fight and I get my ass knocked the fuck out. You know what I did wrong? I walked up into that fight. You know what I'm saying? I got to take responsibility.
But that might not be a criminal offense. If she was instigating the fight, that's not criminal.
No, not instigating a fight, but it's a whole bunch of things that led up to the events that happened. You drinking. It's a lot of drinking going on. You did not want this man to leave without you.
Try to catch us on the replay if you got to.
A lot going on that you caused conflict as well. You're messy as well. You're messy and mixy. And a lot of times, I hope this is a lesson learned. Thank God she didn't lose her life.
Well, she don't have a mom, and she needed somebody to help her navigate the industry.
She didn't lose her life and make this a lesson learned that she'll learn her lesson.
Kind of messy. She came in messy. She clicked up with certain people and slept with some people. But I think Megan is not a bad person.
No.
I just think she had a bad night. She just had
No,
I just feel like when we talking about the situation, right? What do you believe he shot her? Or you don't believe he shot her?
No, I believe he shot her.
This is my thing. It's almost like, to me, what people are doing to Megan and talking about her body count is when you have a grape juice victim and you bring up their body count. Her body count, who she been fucking and ducking, and who she been laying in the bed with does not have nothing to do.
Yes, it does. It does. It your character. Yes, it does. In this case,
what it shows is that I like to be in the bed.
Well, how many people Torey's slept with?
Because ain't nobody talking about all the bras he knocked down. So why we gotta talk about everybody who she knocking down?
Nola, listen. I'm just saying, in this case particularly, in this case, right? If somebody is trying to figure out your character and try to figure out if you are a liar, if your word can be held, that's what I'm saying. If they're putting your character on the line, because we have to believe her word, right? If she says this person shot her, this person did something to her, we have to believe her. And if you are the little boy that cried wolf, is people going to believe you all the time? No. So this goes into playing her character in this situation. This shows your character. You got on there and slept with the man and you said you didn't. You lied.
Well, listen. Now, come on now, Mace. Come on now, Mace. If we gonna be real, we all got that one person that we ain't gonna admit to nobody that we done knocked it down. Come on now. Mace.
No.
If you keep it real, it's a nigga somewhere in the Bronx, Harlem, or one of them boroughs y'all got out there. And if somebody asks you, you gonna take that shit to your grave.
No, but he did not shoot me. That's the point. If somebody shot me, this causes relevance.
If he shot me, I'm definitely not gonna tell nobody I dropped the drugs for somebody.
That's why he shot me, because this causes just cause. Because I can't see him be like, Jeffrey just shot me. Oh my God, Jeffrey shot me. Jeffrey, you shot me. So you're gonna say, well, why Jeffrey shot you? Why did Jeffrey shoot you? So Jeffrey just pulled out a gun and Jeffrey shot you for no reason. No, it goes to show just cause.
But Kelsey lied too. Y'all putting it all on Megan. Kelsey lied too.
No, but they all liars. That's what I'm saying. You're all a bunch of
That's what I'm saying. So why are you hoping he lied too?
No, I don't care about Nola. Do you think I'm just on Megan? I'm not just on Megan. I'm on all.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
No. See, if you're taking it that way, you're taking it wrong. I say he's guilty as well. I believe this man is guilty. I believe this man's an angry midget. I don't even like Tory Lanez. I don't like Tory Lanez. I think he's an angry midget. What I'm saying is, as far as the case from a legal standpoint, I do not think they proved the case in the court of a law for him to get 10 years. And I think being that she's a known liar, that her word cannot be trusted. And being that the girl Kelsey is a known liar because her word cannot be trusted. You recant and you change your story, and then you pleaded the fifth. When you gave a statement, then you got on the stand and pleaded the fifth after you took a deal. So you are a liar as well. That's what I'm saying. So everybody lied. So if everybody's lying, who can you believe? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think the sentence.
I'm not saying that Meg is just a lying whore. Tori's a short midget liar. The friend's a little midget liar too. She's just a lying whore because we need to figure out your character and why would Tory shot you. Say, oh, Tory shot me because I got.
Yeah, they're not gonna measure. They're not gonna measure her whole during the sentence.
No, they're not. But they're gonna say, what was the reason for him to shoot you? It's a crime of passion. This goes to play with his lawyer too. It's a crime of passion because people who are having intimate relationships sometimes get angry with each other and causes, because I've been many a times that I want to stab people or do things to people that I was intimate with because of the intimacy that we shared. It causes a lot of emotions. So this goes to play to why he was so emotional. You understand what I'm saying? It's not that I want to measure how many people she fucked or like that. What I'm saying is that being that this man was so emotional to take out a gun to shoot your ass in the foot and tell you, dance, bitch, dance, according to you. Friends don't shoot friends in the foot. You understand? Friends don't shoot friends in the foot. It had to be something else going on. It was something more to that story.
Well, I will say that you never know what somebody will do, friend or not.
No reason.
Friend or not, you don't know what people will do.
Listen, okay, but I hear what you're saying about the crime of passion, but that ain't what it is here because they were sleeping together. Because we literally saw him attack August Alsina because he didn't want to say hey. Now, he's just an angry wee little person.
Angry, but the statement said, and both of them, they all agreed on that he told Kelsey in that car that the reason that Megan had an attitude is because I was fucking her. And that's what caused the whole shit to go off.
Okay, so if that's the case, right?
That caused the whole argument.
It was also said that he was trying to be flirting and all of that with the Jenna girl or whatever. So if you slide my panties to the side and we have it, so then it ultimately it still started with him because he shouldn't have never been flirting.
If you had a friend, right? Your friend is sleeping with the guy behind, like you out, you're all three chilling. Say you're all three out chilling, just chilling, right? And your friend's man, right? That's supposed to be with your friend, but you having sex with him on the low is flirting with another girl, right? You mad? Why are you mad? You mad because that's your dick too. He ain't fucking this white bitch because that's my dick too. You understand what I'm saying? So that's going to cause, we leaving, Tory coming too. And your friend that's really fucking with the nigga probably looking at you like, why you so mad? You understand? Like, come on, like you acting like you're messing with the nigga. Like that causes conflict. So now everybody got an attitude because nobody knows why you got an attitude because you supposed to be the innocent one, not sleeping with. I'm sleeping with him. Why you mad? And if he busts out the blue and say, well, I'm fucking her too. Wouldn't that cause an argument with you and your friend?
Yeah, that would definitely cause an argument with me and my friend. I'm not negating that. But
listen to me. Wouldn't that set precedence of why the situation occurred? If everybody was arguing, if you sat there with your, because if I know my friend is fucking my man behind my back or somebody, even if it's a nigga I'm just fucking, we're fighting, bitch. Put him the fuck up.
But then that's cause for grounds between a fight. That would be me and my friend fighting. That still don't mean he should pull out a gun and shoot her.
But what I'm saying is, it's not about checking her pussy or seeing how many miles she got on it. It's causing to show what caused the situation. That's why I said it was relevant. That the reason why that she was fucking Torey, not about who else she was fucking. I don't care about who else she was fucking. I'm talking about in this case, it was relevant for her to tell the truth. Like, look, I was intimate with this guy. This is why he had enough passion and enough thing to shoot me.
Right. I get what you're saying, but I'm also saying if that's the case and he was that he was that passionate because he got mad or whatever, right? The incident didn't start with her getting mad. The incident didn't start with her getting mad. The incident in turn then started with the disrespect.
But how is that disrespect?
You flirting with somebody else in front of my face.
We are not supposed to be together. How is that disrespect? How you getting mad?
That's it don't matter. Because listen,
why are you mad about who I'm flirting with? That's just cause. That's why if she was fucking him was relevant. That's why it was relevant. Because he was flirting with Kylie.
He was, and that was
mad. It's still. Why are you mad? This is if the judge asks you, why were you mad that he was flirting with Kylie? What would you say?
And then the answer is very simple.
What?
The answer is very simple. Because at the end of the day, nobody else knew what we had going on, but we knew what we had going on, and that was that he was disrespecting me and playing in my face.
No, would you lie and say that you?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you lie like she did and lie?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not negating the fact that she lied, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we're not going to keep circling around because at the end of the day, everybody played parts in the argument. Like, first of all, Torey and his hairline could never even sniff my coochie. Let's be clear.
I don't even know why she's been over that.
Let's be clear on that. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, was she wrong for backdooring her girl? Absolutely. You can't take that away. Absolutely. That is against girl code. You don't do that. If my girl say I like him and she saw him first, he is off limits for you, whether that Negro talk to you, her, or anybody else. Like, that's just something in girl code you just don't do. I'm not negating any of that. But what I'm saying is there's always another argument. If we want to say, yo, she shouldn't have been mad. She was mad because they was fucking. Then you have to put into the play them situations where, yo, everybody don't know what we got going on. So we going to go here and play it cool. But you still be respectful to me and I'm going to be respectful to you. I ain't going to be in no nigga face and you don't be in no bitch face. And so that's ultimately, if you can't handle the situation, if you can't handle that situation where, yo, well, we only together when we together, and then when we not together, then no. And it doesn't seem like that was the situation. It seemed like, yo, they knew what was going on, and we got to understand. And I'm going to come to this party and be cool. I ain't going to be all over you, but don't disrespect me and play in my face.
No, but I'm just saying, we understand that because we all got that sneaky. We had a sneaky link. I'm not talking about that.
So that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like, you can say crime of passion, but ultimately it still started and ended with Torey.
No, it started. I don't think I don't think it started and ended with him because you didn't have. If he didn't break you, if he didn't throw you down and put them hoofs up in the air, if he didn't put your hooves up in the air and force you down, you didn't have to give up that coochie. You decided to sleep with him and give up that coochie, and that was real relevant.
To that night, not them being in the bedroom bonding over their deceased.
Wasn't that? I don't care if she slept with the baby. I don't care how many people she slept with. I don't care about that. I don't even care that she slept with her friend's man.
The baby didn't care about that. He lied. The baby ain't even ride the stallion.
You sleeping with that midget is relevant to the case. So by you sitting on Gayle King and lying and saying that you did not sleep with him when it's relevant to this case is a problem for me with her. He's a problem because he's an angry midget that had no business pulling out a weapon on that woman and pulling the trigger. He had no business jumping up, punching August Alsina in his nose. He had no business taking Prince down. He's obviously has anger issues. That's his own set. But what I'm saying is we can't just sit there and take Meg and Kelsey out the thing like they didn't do shit. Like they fucking innocent.
I know. I feel like she shouldn't have lied. She should have just said it from jump.
They all guilty. That's why I said they all so guilty to the case should have been thrown out. That's what I'm saying. And start again. Because y'all all guilty. Y'all all did some fuck shit that y'all had no business doing. And thank God y'all didn't lose your lives. Because that situation could have caused y'all to lose your lives. She's lucky that she's able to dust off her feet, do the WAP video, and start again. Because that could have ended her life. It could have hit an artery, or God forbid, anything could have happened to her. Because of what? What would have been the reason? Because you can't keep your legs closed. I'm talking about for her.
He's trying to get an appeal. So
he can't keep his penis.
I seen Meg at Essence, and the feet was definitely feet, and then the booty was definitely doing what it do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like he should have took the plea deal, especially when you know you apologizing on the jailhouse recorded phone. That was dumb. So ultimately, I believe it was his fault when you know you said what you said on the recorded. When they offered you a deal, you should have took it.
But you heard the phone call. If this man just shot my friend, I'm not telling him where we at.
Listen, Kelsey wanted that get back. She didn't care about that man sleeping with her friend for the very reason that
she probably did, because who knows how to get down? It could be all freaks. We don't know. We ain't in the bedroom with them. We don't know how to get down. But I said, but what I'm saying is that everybody played a part in this situation. Everybody did. And everybody wants to play, the black woman card all the time. She's a black woman. No, it's not even a point. She's a black, red, white woman. She was wrong too. All of them was wrong. Yes, she was a victim in the situation.
Torey gotta go to jail for it.
All of them was wrong.
We just gonna put money on his commissary books.
I ain't putting no money on his commissary. He ain't sleep with me. He ain't touch my guts. I ain't donate the pack away.
I'm not a Torey's name. I never liked him. It's something about him. I'm
not giving him a Kool-Aid packet, a bottle of water.
Right is right.
Mice and half of a pretzel love for him. And that's it.
Like she ain't do shit. Like she's so innocent. She didn't do nothing. Yeah, she's not innocent. She's not.
But that's how, I mean, to each his own. A lot of people feel that way about Megan, but it just is what it is. I don't think she's a bad girl.
I hope this is a lesson learned.
Now, I do want to say this about my good sis Kiki. Now, first of all, Kiki done already let us know that she likes the girls and the boys. Okay, she done already came out and said that she was
gonna be fighting
she was bisexual. But here's why I'm mad with people about Kiki. Right? Everybody's talking about what Kiki did to ruin her family. But one, nobody is saying anything about Kiki was still a mama when she was shaking and he posted her on the internet. She was still a mama when he posted her naked body with her baby laying on her on the internet. She was still your child mother that you had all of this requirements for her for and this, that, and the third, and that's her baby daddy. But ain't nobody talking about how them women came out with their proof and their receipts where he was buying them tickets on the Spirit Airlines on Kiki credit card. And the reason he was getting them the Spirit flights is because he couldn't make purchases that was too big or she was going to check it. So he was still her baby daddy when he was using her money to fly out them hoes.
I think that relationship.
And the one thing that was her breaker was if we have problems, we can have all the problems in the world. But her deal breaker was do not bring our problems to the internet. He saw her outfit before she left. You know who you dealing with. You know the world of entertainment. What he did was disrespectful. On top, you gonna disrespect me on top of flying holes out on Spirit on my money? Him, Kiki. Getting a video, child, and you a mother with a wink at the end. I'm here for it, Kiki. And sir, you was just admit you want to be a city girl, sir. Admit you want to be a city girl. You was trying to get flued out. You was trying to get a bag. You was trying to get a bag and money with a baby like the women's is out here doing. He want to be a city girl. Talking about it, he want the house too because the baby was born in the house. Y'all not married. Y'all not married. It's no community property.
But I can't believe because Kiki seemed so smart and she seemed like she had a head on her shoulder. And I'm just disappointed that she has to deal with this because this is some fuck nigga shit that's going on right now with this man, and he was wrong for bringing their business to the internet. And I do think that they had problems beforehand, and I think him bringing it to the internet was trying to get her attention, but it just backfired on him. Because maybe she wasn't speaking to him. Maybe, you know how you get in an argument.
No,
I ain't talking
he was trying to shame her.
You know what I'm saying? He probably was texting her, and she probably was looking at her phone like, please, I'm on my way to see Usher. You know what I'm saying? I ain't texting that. And he probably, you know, went and put that out there for the whole world.
And a lot of women, they just want the baby, and they're not really concerned about
keeping the But you using my credit card and doing some flying bitches out on Spirit, we got to fight. Because I don't give a damn how rich I am. You is not flying hoes out on my
But I think she was in the mode of, we're not married, we're not committed. Yes, we're together as boyfriend, girlfriend, but we're not married. So
I think it was over. I think it was over then, because sometimes women, we leave our men 3 to 4 years before we ever leave them. We done left mentally. No, but we be gone. Like by the time we physically leave, we done left. That's why we able to physically leave them, because we done been left like 3 years ago, child. We was out of there. But I think the relationship was already at its brink, and that him putting that thing on the internet was just the last straw, because I doubt if she was still in a good place with him, or they were working on to get in a good place, she wouldn't be in that Usher video like that, because that was,
I think after he did what he did, that definitely sealed it for her. Well, it was over once he put those tweets, and everything that came behind it with his list of requirements, as if he is the prize and she somehow needed to live up to the standard that he set, when ultimately you are homosexual and you living off of this girl, and you have the audacity to want to act like you are king and rule over the house that I paid, and you eat at the table that I like. This wasn't a case of what she brought to the table. She was the whole damn mansion. What he should have did was like the women do, sit down and shut the fuck up, like they want us to do when the men making the money and taking care of us, and we shouldn't complain. He should have sat down and shut the fuck up, birth the baby when I tell you. And if I want to go out here and be at the Usher concert looking good in my new body that I got, because it's bodying after I had my baby, he should have shut up.
Yeah.
Usher added a few more days in Vegas.
Doesn't he have a residency?
He does.
He has a residency, but it's ending soon.
Oh.
And I think he added a few more dates. And I do want to go. I've been hearing nothing but good things about Usher's residency.
Usher's an entertainer. Usher's one of the last few
a good entertainer. And my thing is this: Usher didn't do anything with Kiki that he wasn't doing on previous shows. He's an entertainer. That's what he was doing. But you
I
in your feelings because Kiki body was bodying, and here is a man who is actually up to her standard, and you felt small in that moment. So you wanted to embarrass her and diminish her in the eyes of the public. And what you did was look weak and look like a simp. And everybody out here want to talk about she ruined her video. She risked it all for Usher. For what? Being in a video when she's an actress right now and she's on strike, so they ain't making no work. He ain't got the job to keep the lifestyle going. I'm not about to turn away an opportunity for me to make money at this time right now when my normal job is on the strike.
I'm gonna be nosy. I'm gonna be real nosy right now. Let me get up into Kiki's business. I don't like, but I do feel that they were broken. I think they probably was already.
I think they were already broken up.
Yeah, they already had problems, and he probably was texting her, and she probably was ignoring that shit. Like and he probably like, let me put this out here on the internet.
I'm tired of people shaming mothers like these daddies don't be out here.
Because you know how sometimes when you arguing with your significant other, and maybe he could push you to the brink, but there is a chance that you'll be going back, but they could do that one thing that push you over the line and be like, I'm never going back. Never going back. Never going back.
But Nola, do you have anything else to say about any
of the topics? Thank y'all. Y'all ain't about to be quacking on me. Me and Mace was already going back and forth. But y'all know I love y'all whenever I
love you, Nola. See you Thursday. Thursday we got the court.
Yeah, we got the court. But I hadn't been over here in a while because YouTube ain't sending me my notifications, and I just haven't been on here in a while. Oh, okay. So y'all know, but y'all know y'all.
Oh yeah, Kiki been left that
y'all.
Kiki has been left them.
Thank you so much, Nola, for showing support.
Kiki was gone.
And y'all make sure y'all go to Nola's page. She's doing the, what's it called, night court on Thursday nights.
And they're about to fight.
Who's about to fight?
Kiki and her it's about to be a fight, a brawl for it all. This fight is going to get nasty.
Kiki and the boyfriend?
It's a fight. She been left him.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's fighting for custody. He's fighting for this.
Yeah, she been left him. This the chariot card comes up
that's
first.
What I'm saying. That's what I was saying is that you're making the worst with you.
Yeah, she was gone, but now this the Knight of Swords come. They're about to have a battle, the brawl for it all. It's about, you're going to see a lot. It's about to go down. I guess during the winter, December, November, you're going to hear a lot about them fighting and whatever. And he want that baby so he can get that money.
It's about to go down. I'm trying to get me an omelet from IHOP. Mace, do you have anything?
What you saying?
I want a steak omelet. I have a craving for a steak omelet from IHOP right now.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm about to go fry a pork chop.
Yeah, I be late night snacking. When I be up, I be wanting to eat. Let me get an omelet.
Not an I made omelets earlier.
But I want to thank all of you guys for joining us
on
the show.
Sure. I
enjoyed y'all tonight. I really enjoyed y'all. Shout out to Kimmy Nicole, who was first in line.
Yes, Kimmy Nicole.
So Deb was here, Nola, Bernice, Ray. I know some people had to go to sleep because we up late tonight. It's almost 12:40.
This was a good day. I'm happy to be back. I didn't even realize the time flew.
Y'all can catch the replay. All the people that had to go to sleep, I understand it's late in Atlanta and everywhere else. So I understand.
Shout out to Miss Bernice for always coming through.
And thank y'all so much for joining us. I didn't see Julius Cleo. I saw your comment. No, I did not see Julius, but I'm sure he was there somewhere. But y'all,
Julius is good. That's who I'm going to.
I think Beyonce secretly smashing Julius on a slide, but that's just my opinion. But
that anyway. Is because I'm telling you, if I see Beyonce, like if I see Jay-Z, I don't care if Jay-Z's married.
This don't have nothing to do. We talk about Julius the bodyguard.
Okay. I'm sorry. Julius, but I'm just
Julius is Beyonce's bodyguard who always be with her and protected her, because her husband don't know how to fight. But Julius is always there to protect Beyonce.
He don't know how to fight. That's right. He don't need to know how to fight.
He don't have hands. But
he don't need. He got his little camel paws. He's good. He gonna have his little camel paws.
He had money for too long.
That's right, because you get with me, Beyonce, but I think Beyonce about that life a little bit.
For being up at 5:40 in the morning, your time. Thank you so much for being up.
I think Beyonce really about that life. I think Beyonce really about that life. I think Beyonce's a fighter in the family. I think Beyonce really got them hands. And I think behind the door, she be whooping.
No, Solange is the fighter. We already know Solange is the fighter.
I think Solange is a little, you got to watch the little quiet ones. And isn't Beyonce a Virgo?
She's a Virgo.
Virgos whoop ass. Let me tell you something about a Virgo. A Virgo sit quiet, but Virgos whoop ass. My cousin Beverly and my mama. Them Virgos. Don't mess around with them Virgos.
Child, we're not going to. But y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I don't think we said it enough. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll be giving you more content, more surprises. So stay tuned, hit the notification bell so y'all will be notified when we decide to do it live, because we're going to do it whenever we want to. And Maze, do you have anything else to say before we close tonight?
Just happy to be back. I don't know when you're going to catch us again, but like Shady said, keep the notification bells on so you can see when we just pop up. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check me out on Nola's Reads YouTube channel with the Messy Night Court. I'm always in defense or prosecuting. some character, but we have a lot of fun down there. So don't forget to check us out. And also follow my YouTube page. I will be putting some more content up there as soon as I get the shoulder together and I'm able to drag myself down to the pewter more often. But thank you guys for watching and staying up with us. Thanks, Ray. Hey, Ray.
And thank you guys once again. And make sure you follow me on Shady Room on Instagram. And also just hit the like button once again to support our channel. We will see y'all next time. And y'all be safe. And we will see y'all on the Mason Shady Show. Good night, y'all.